Good morning, students. I am Mohit Narula, your entrepreneurship teacher. Today, I have come up with one more video on the topic business plan. This is actually the second video for this chapter. In this in this chapter, we are going to study about the business plan and their various types. First, have a look at the mind map. Now, in this mind map, it has been it has been described as the various types of business plan, which is production plan, organizational plan, operational plan, financial plan, marketing plan, and last but not the least, manpower planning. Now, first of all, we will start with business plan. What actually is business plan? It is a comprehensively written down document prepared by an entrepreneur describing all the relevant external and internal elements involved in setting up a new venture. External elements includes our suppliers, competitors, creditors, while internal elements are the employees of an enterprise. Now, the very first plan is the manpower planning. Manpower planning ensures that there should neither be understaffed nor there should be overstaffed in any of the department of the firm. There should be a proper balance between the staffing of the employees. In other words, there should not be any surplus of manpower, because if there will be surplus of manpower, then obviously there will be a deficient of staff in any other department. Means to say, in both the cases, even if there is overstaffing or understaffing, the organization is bound to suffer. Furthermore, it ensures how many people are required and how they will be selected. How they will be selected when comes to the selection procedure, it is basically two types, is recruitment and selection. Recruitment recruitment is a wider process, because recruitment is a pool from which we have to select only few employees, a wide pool from where we have to select. But selection is something, it is a negative process. Why it is a negative process? Because in this process we have to select small number of employees from the large pool. Otherwise, in other words, we can say that here it is a rejection of more employees than selection. Rejection of more employees than selection. Whereas in recruitment, it is a positive process, because here the one who is eligible to apply, he can apply for the particular post. Here there is no rejection. Then next is marketing plan. Marketing plan involves conducting of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis includes the strength, the weaknesses, the opportunities and threats of the enterprise. Now, when we are talking about opportunities, now opportunity is something which we need to grab. We have to grab before any other could take the first mover advantage. For example, suppose in a particular area there is no shop for a particular product. So this should be our first hand mover advantage. We should grab this opportunity rather than to settle our business. We are already many persons, we have many firms are there which have established themselves. Then it will be of no use to us, because the amount of competition we need to face there is much quite stiffer than the one where there are very few or there are no competitors available to us. Threats are the something, you can say, the future dangers, the future perils which we can expect that can hinder our business to some extent. Next is production plan. Production plan is transformation of raw material into finished product. It takes place with the help of energy, capital, manpower and machinery. There are three stage situations involved before the production venture. Number one is no manufacturing involved. No manufacturing involved means where the firm has not involved itself in any kind of manufacturing. We have two things, either we have to produce or we have to procure. Now here what happens, the firm takes the readily material from one place and then sells it to the another place by keeping his own profit margin. Then second is partial manufacturing. Partial manufacturing where firm is producing some parts while some parts they are readily taking from the another firms. Complete manufacturing. Partial manufacturing is also known as contract manufacturing. Now next is complete manufacturing. Complete manufacturing where every bit of part of any product is manufactured by the firm itself. All the labor, energy, efforts are made by the firm itself. Next is operational plan. Operational plan is a blueprint prepared right in advance of actual operation. Right in advance of actual operation means as soon as we are about to start our operation, we immediately, just in advance, prepare a blueprint how the things, what should be the future course of action. It involves the following steps: routing, scheduling, dispatching, and inspection. Routing is a specific way which a firm need to carry all throughout the entire process. Scheduling is just a kind of a timetable, the schedule which a firm has to follow while going into the production process. Dispatching means sending the readily available products to the firm. And last but not the least, the most important is inspection. Inspection is actually a kind of a feedback, follow up means to once the product is produced, then we start doing the market survey means to taking feedback from the customers, as customer is the kingpin of the economy, kingpin of the market. So we take the feedback from the customer that whether the product which have been produced by our enterprise is accepted by them or not. Next is organizational plan. Organizational plan is that part of business plan that describes the venture's form of ownership. Form of ownership can be sole proprietorship, partnership, joint Hindu family, joint stock company. Form of ownership is that which form of ownership we would like to have. Whether we want to start our business as a sole proprietor, whether we want to start it in a partnership, whether it should be a family business or it should be a company where management and ownership are both in separate hands. Then financial plan. Financial plan is a plan which is designed to give the entrepreneurs and investors the clear picture of how much funds are required, from where the funds come from, how will they be utilized, and how and where they will be dispersed. Now, how much funds are required? How much funds means only this is the main function of, you can say, a financial manager. He has to see how much well we have to make arrangement of only those much funds which are actually required by the firm. Any excess of funds can lead to a misutilization of resources for the firm. Then from where the funds come from, which are the sources from which the funds come from, whether it will be an internal sources or it should be external sources. how they will be utilized, how they will, the blueprint of the money to be utilized, of the funds to be utilized, is already prepared in advance. And how and where they will be dispersed, how and where means whether the whole of the amount should be distributed among the shareholders, or whether some portion of the money should be kept for retained earnings. Retained earnings, now retained earnings is that part of the profits which is distributed among the shareholders, which is distributed among the shareholders, which is not distributed among the shareholder, rather it is kept by the company for its further growth and expansion. Then with this, these are our various types of financial plan. So again, I would like to recapitulate all these points. The very first type of plan is manpower planning. Manpower planning to ensure how much manpower is required for a particular project. Then it's a marketing plan. It tells us about the SWOT analysis of the company, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, opportunities and threats that are likely to come in the near future. After marketing plan, it's production plan. Production, you know it very well that it is a transformation of raw material into finished product which is ultimately consumed by the consumer. It is further subclassified into three points, which are no manufacturing involved, that is a trading kind of a business; partial manufacturing, some part of the production is being done by the company itself, while some part it is the production is being done, or the order is passed to the other firms. This partial manufacturing is also known as contract manufacturing. And then next is complete manufacturing, which is the total manufacturing. Then operational plan, here routing, scheduling, dispatching and inspection forms the entire process that has to be followed as an operational plan. Next is organizational plan, which ensures which form of ownership that a business should be started with as a sole proprietor, as a partnership, as a joint Hindu family, and a joint stock company. And last and but not the least is financial plan, which ensures how much funds are required and how they will be utilized and how much they will be dispersed, whether the entire funds are to be kept by the company itself or as retained earnings for the further expansion of the business, or it should be distributed among the shareholders. There should be balance between these two, because if the entire funds are kept by the company itself, then it may lead to resentment among the shareholders, and once there will be resentment among the shareholders, investors will also think twice and thrice to invest their funds in the company. So it is always advisable to make a judicial mix in both, retained by the company as well as some portion of it should be distributed among the shareholders. So dear student, with this second video, our chapter business plan has been finished. Now if you have any queries, you can feel free to contact or ask the queries from me. Thank you. Have a nice day.